Hi, this is Jeff Mesnick. I'm here with the Cybersecurity Journal, and we're here at Black Hat 2017. And I'm here with?
I'm James Maud, Senior Security Engineer at Avecto.
So we've been walking around, as a lot of you have seen, talking to the different cybersecurity companies, asking them questions about what's been going on over the past 6 months, what have we learned from it, what kind of lessons can we be sharing to the C-suite about what they should be thinking about next?
Okay, so I think the past 6 months has showed us that we're not learning any lessons. That we're seeing the same attacks advance, just iterate themselves, come out with a slightly new technique and have exactly the same impact. In fact, the attacks seem to be getting worse. We've seen NotPetya, we've seen Petya, we've seen WannaCry attacking on huge scales, and everyone talks about this as a new threat, a new disaster that's out there. Actually, the majority of the time it's coming down to the basics of patching, keeping systems up to date, reducing admin rights, the basics that people have talked about for 30 years, and yet we're still chasing 0 days and the things that aren't having an impact.
Right.
So
what should be, the C-suite, what should they be thinking about to try to resolve this, if anything?
the C-suite should be thinking less about, trying to avoid, if we look around us now, we can see huge stands that say advanced attacks and all these kind of things. We need to just cut through some of the hype and think about the basics, about regaining control of our own environment, about thinking about security not just as an IT problem, but a business-wide problem. It's, the problems with ransomware affect all parts of the business. It's the data, it's the sales data, it's the systems that are all out there that people are using day to day. So it's not just IT's problem, it's everyone's problem, from phishing emails to keeping systems patched to just being aware of the threats that are out there.
Yeah, have you heard about these companies who are doing these test phishing emails out there?
Yeah, and the test phishing emails, it's a great thing, but one of the trends I've seen a few talks yesterday where they said they've gone into an organization and what they've said is they're not allowed to do test phishing emails because that's too easy.
Okay.
That's too simple a way. And if we're at the stage where we think we know that there's guaranteed success sending phishing emails, we've got a problem. And we can't blame the users, that's the thing.
Right.
People will inevitably go, it's the user's fault. The problem exists between computer and keyboard. That's the problem. We need to blame the users. Actually, often it's the fact that we're giving users admin rights so they can take over a system if something goes wrong. If they click that phishing email, things go wrong very fast. Or they have an unpatched system, so when they open that email, an exploit runs and can gain access to the data. So actually we need to think about, assuming that people will click these emails, what can we do to make the system more secure? What can we do to, instead of detecting all the viruses that are out there, reducing the attack surface on the endpoints, reducing the attack surface of the organization?
Right. Because we're seeing a lot of east-west attacks going on, right? So once it's in, people are just sharing it.
That's right, yeah, and we see a lot of lateral movement. The WannaCry and the NotPetya, they used either unpatched vulnerabilities or local admin rights to perform pass-the-hash attacks to move laterally in an organization.
Right.
These are things that are known about. The dangers of pass-the-hash attacks, the dangers of not patching are well known. That patch has been out since January, February time. Microsoft even backported it to Windows XP. And yet we're still seeing organizations being hit with it.
Right.
That's just the basics of cyber hygiene, of reducing your attack surface. It doesn't matter if it's an unknown, undetectable thing. If that vulnerability is patched, the attacker can't exploit it, no matter how many times we change the payload.
Excellent. And how do you guys help out?
So our company takes, from a proactive standpoint, we don't do any detection of threats. All we do is talk about reducing the attack surface. So our key differentiator is removing admin rights, doing privilege management. So take away the admin rights and only elevate the tasks and things that absolutely need it. So from a developer's point of view, they don't need a local admin account. We can elevate Visual Studio, we can elevate the tools they need. So from a compliance point of view, you have a standard user. So when they open that email attachment, we can then apply least privilege and application control to stop payloads from running as well. So it's that very back to basics combination, and it sits alongside your other defenses. We will always tell customers there's nothing that's 100% secure. It's all about building layers and mixing proactive and reactive defenses such as detection.
That's great. Well, I really appreciate the time.
No problem.
Seems like the show's been very good for you guys.
It's been great, yeah, and good to talk to you.
All right, well, thank you very much. This is Jeff Mesnick from Cybersecurity Journal, and I'm here with
James Maud of Avecto.
All right, thank you.